Hey everybody, it's Pam at Paper Outpost, and it's time to make more funky paper clips. I love these things. I use them a lot and I run out of them fast, so time to make more. Thought you might like to come along, get some ideas on how you can make them. Okay, so I'm going to make some hidden paper clips again, but change it up a little bit on how I do it. So I'm just going to take a simple image. You can take an image from a book page, something you drew yourself. This is an image from a Digikit. But I took a piece of cardstock, and this is actually printed on the it was a test page basically. So I cut it up to use it, folded it in half as so, used my fingernail as a bone folder, but if you can use a kitchen butter knife, something like that, or an actual bone folder. And a bone folder is this. They come also in plastic or actually made of bone. I like the one made of bone. But you can give a nice crease to any paper that way. It gives it nice and flush. So I'm 2 loops on a paper clip. So I'm going to put the little loop in front, the big loop in back. I like the big loop in back because it has more grabbing power than the little loop, but it really doesn't matter. Either will work fine. And this particular one is just a little wider than the paper, and that's fine. It's okay if it's narrower or wider, but wider will always work. That also introduces the possibility of using much larger pictures. So let's say you used something from Dragonfly Dance here. And you just want to make a giant paperclip, which you can do, which is kind of cool. We think they have to be tiny. Not all the time. Nope, nope, nope. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to make the basic one first. This is about the same size. I'm going to keep it just covering the paper clip at the top. If you align your picture at the bottom, then it'll still work as a paper clip, but you're going to have this headspace here. So if it goes to the top of a page, it's going to stick out that much. So just be prepared if that's not what you want. Okay, so if you want it to lay within your book, you want to have the top just covering the top of the paper clip. So you can do this a lot of ways. I'm just going to use some good old Fabrifix glue in this little twist top condiment bottle, which makes it so easy to put stuff in here. And you could also use glue stick here. That would work fine. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty much that side. This is a one-sided paper clip. Not hidden yet because you can see the paper clip. So the way we hide that is we put something on the back. Now you can put anything on the back. I would recommend it either to be the same size or maybe a little bit smaller, but you could. It doesn't have to be giant. It could even be bigger. That's okay. It's just going to show on the other side. I like to ink it up to give a little bit of uniformity and decoration on this side. And maybe, let's see, in our little pile of gooseness here, this is really cool. This is an old picture of a boat. Maybe I could put that on there and I could trim it to size. Let me go ahead and do that. That's just kind of a cool thing. So just using different things. That's, I guess, what I'm putting forth here. You could also use, these are negatives. You could put a negative on the back there. Although it makes it a little dark. I might not do that. But you could use this to tuck in a pocket or a tuck or something like that. But let's go ahead and put this on. And then I'll just cut it to size. So I'm just putting the glue on the back side of the cardstock and not the picture in front. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to put that there. Let that grab for a second. And then just come along and trim it to shape. That's just an easy way to do that, to get it to all fit. There we go. So that is a little paper clip. So the space you're aiming for is between the 2 cardstock pieces. It's one cardstock piece folded in half. Who am I kidding? But it's a double-sided decorative paper clip. So now I can use it in here. Just working on this one journal at the moment. And oh, there's already a, well, if I use the same paper clip, then if I take it off, whatever behind it will drop off too. So I don't want to do that. So I'm looking for a page that I can clip something to the top because the orientation of this paper clip is at the top. You could do it at the side too, but just not the case here. Okay, what's that? Okay, we got that there. Everybody's got something at the top. Because I put a lot of stuff in. Okay, here's one. Okay, so I've got this. Putting this at the top. And then just looking for that little tiny spot in between the two cardstock pieces. And that's where I'm aiming. And there you go. Now that is affixed in a cute little way. So it looks like that on that side, that on that side. Really adorable. You could also stick something under here if you wanted to. Okay, so let me just move that current journal over there. Oh yes, the desk is a mess. I'm telling you, it does not take long. You know, you think, oh, why doesn't she just clean up her desk? Well, I'll tell you, I do. I repetitively do, and then it gets messy again. So there you go. Okay, so back in action. I'm just going to even up these edges because apparently I cannot cut a straight line for the life of me. So we're just going to... Now, I can't show you on this particular example because these two are the exact same size, but if you make one a little shorter than the other, it's easier to load, and there's an easier way to do it than I showed before, so I will show that on the next one because you are all so brilliant out there. You brought it to my attention going, goofball, why don't you just do this? You are much more polite about it than that. But basically, that was the deal, and I acknowledge that, and I moved forward. Yeah. Okay, so here's a bigger picture than the last one, but this will also work. This one does cover the back. Okay, now I want to cover the little one. Really doesn't matter actually, because they're going to be double-sided. So this one's going to go on here. Let's give it a quick run around. It's a nice rainy day here in Florida. It keeps the afternoons cool, which is a blessing. Especially I'm having little air conditioning challenges right now, so it's not too bad because it's not that hot out right now. So no complaining, not at all. All is well. It's I think it's 80 in the house, and that's okay. That's like survivable for me, so it's okay. All right, there we go. There, got that. And I see that just looks so pretty as a little paper clip. I don't know, I just love it. Okay, so now you don't have to put a picture there. What do you mean, Pam, you don't have to put a picture? What are you talking about? How can we not have a picture there? Something must go there, yes. Yes, something must go there, but it doesn't have to be a picture. It could be our old friend, our dreaded, you know, good side, bad side friend of washi tape as we know it. And we could just put a piece of washi tape there. But Pam, you know that won't stick because it's not very strong tape. I know, but we can make it stronger by putting some, you guessed it, glue stick behind there, or Fabrifix will work too, but really glue stick will be fine in this case. So I'm just going to run this over a big fat, yes, remnant of the Scotch Create glue stick, permanent glue stick, but the regular now Scotch permanent glue stick without the word create seems to be fine. Has anybody tried it? If you had it a while, I guess that's my question, because now that I've had it a while, I find it's not as soft and mushy. And my Scotch Create glue sticks are older too, so they're not as soft as mushy, so that could have been the whole deal. I think this is too long, but let's see. We're just going to do that. So we have something decorative, okay? Looks like something. And do we have to trim that, or can I just flip it over? Let's try the old flip over maneuver, because then I don't have to fuddle fuss with it. Oh, look at that. That works. All right, so there, that's pretty, right? See, yeah, you can still see the paperclip through, but hey, I'm not hiding it's a paperclip. It's a paperclip, okay? And yeah, that's just the way I could decorate this side too. Okay, let me go a little closer so you can see. Okay, just happen to have this random Victorian or Edwardian, I don't know, early turn of the century scrap. We're just gonna plop it down there. So we're gonna make, again, yet again, whatever we have available. And if you haven't checked out my 500 free items to craft with for junk journaling, check that out on my free monthly emailed newsletter at the bottom. I updated it. It's, I don't know, it's like 34 pages long or something. It's very long. 500 free or pretty darn free, or you should be able to find them pretty easily, stuff that you can just save the file and reference every once in a while if you need ideas. Okay. That's kind of cute. Yeah. I mean, really don't need to do much more than that. So we can crank these puppies out left and right. All right. So we could even make a bigger one. How about this lovely lady? Oh, yes. She's very mysterious with her garden and her cards. And let's just turn her into something fabulous. Maybe I'll give her some fancy edging Let me find my very expensive, fancy edging scissors. Oh, I found these in a thrift store. They're just the decorative edge scissors. And you just cut the edges. Yeah, you probably have a pair of these somewhere, or your kids do, or your grandkids, or but they're not hard to find, and they're not super expensive. And they seem to hold up well. Some are better than others. Brand-wise, I mean, I think Fiskars is always a good brand, but what is this? Paper Design or something? Paper, can't read it. Promo Craft. There you go. Promo Craft. I'll see if I can find a link for that. So you're welcome to check out. I'm trying to put the items that I use in the products link now. That should be located in the bottom left of the video if it's where I think it is on that device, on your device. If not, it's somewhere. I'm trying to put the items that I use there to make them easier for you to find. I do also have some in my Amazon shop if you can't find it here. So try there too. I think I'm going to go black on the edges. It's just, you know, enhancing the mysterious. This thing is almost completely, looked like a little rat got to it or something. But I think the sponge was old. So we can't fault the sponge. The sponge had its day. Yep, there goes a chunk of it. There's another chunk. All right, maybe we can fault the sponge. I'm taking that back. It's all your fault, sponge. Yep, that you're coming off in chunks. What's the world coming to? They don't make sponges like they used to. I can say that. I'm old enough now. They don't make sponges like they used to. That looks nice. Yeah, that just gives it that dark, mysterious, edgy kind of look. And you could go in there and do stickles and nougat drops and liquid pearls and jazz that up. But right now I'm just making the basics. So yet again, I'm just going to grab one of those pieces of cardstock. I just randomly cut up a piece of cardstock. Now, what you were trying to tell me is, instead of folding it the same length and then cutting off a piece to make one end shorter, why don't you just fold them different lengths to begin with? What brilliance! This is why I hang around with people like you. That's right. That's right. So don't go anywhere. It makes perfect sense, and it's one less step. And I'm all about one less step. So sometimes the obvious is just not obvious when you're doing it, and somebody else needs to come along and say, hey, why don't you do this? And I'm totally open to that. So now if you wanted to, you could do something like this. I do have a stencil here. Maybe let's just put the grid pattern down. Got some red. What is this? This is fire brick red. Okay. And I think this is pink. Is this red? Oh, it is right now. Okay, here we go. I might have been pink. What's that size then? That might be purple. We don't really know, and we don't really care at this point. We're just going to do it. No, that was probably not the best idea. I should have used the paddle brush. But this is working. It's not like it's not working. It is working. So I just wanted a background. Just something. You know what I mean? You know, you just want something. There, I have something. Just a little bit of a brick background. This maybe. I'm just playing. I'm playing at this point. This is just where the fun lives. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This is where it lives for me. Strange, I know. Here is, ooh, I would love to say I know the name of, I think this one also came from this one. Although I'm not 100% sure. I think this one is, darn it, I got over 300 of them and I can't remember the names. I will put the links down below. How about that? Okay. They're in my Etsy shop if you're interested. Okay, so these are, you can use these for little ones. I think that might look cute on there. Or I could put a yellow one. Or the pink one, maybe the pink one. I don't know, we'll just cut them all up and see. Okay. Oh, the little red one looks cute. And maybe I need a little bit more brown. What did I get? Gathered twigs, because it's close. This is regular Distress ink. Gathered twigs. You can also use ground espresso, walnut stain, you know, all those other brownie browns. They're all brownie browns. Some are darker than others, but they'll all work. Yeah, don't get your knickers in a twist. Okay, I'm going to attempt to glue that down. Okay, that might take a little massaging because it's a little bumpy, but I'll get it there. You just wait. I just saw another one I want to use too. It's going to be pretty. So, and you can follow themes. You could make them all botanical. You could make them fairy related, vintage baby. I mean, whatever you like. All right. That's me massaging. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's very simple, nothing fancy. I know it's not fancy. Never said it was going to be fancy. It's just something. And you could put a word on it. Okay, let's get a word. I'm feeling like, if you don't know what to do, grab a number or a word. That's a good thing to do. Okay, and maybe you have a little box of pre-cut words. You can just take a book and chop up words. You can get the Life's Little Lessons. I love using those. But this is a little bit too... oh, there's some loose words. I have the word house and the word joyful. Oh, a little joyful word here. It's stuck to something, but maybe I can use that. Let me just cut it. Jump. And I just got the word joyful. Now I could put it just down here. Oh, you're so far away, you can't see what's going on. Could put it down there. All right. Or you could put it right on here. You could do something like that. Or over here. You could even put it there. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I'll do that. All right, and I think, oh, there's a little blob of glue. We waste not, want not around here, so we just going to get that and put it on here. And now we have a joyful paper clip. That's right. And it's a one of a kind. Whoops, moved it. It's very one of a kind now. Well, not even as intended. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you get your fingers gluey. They just, oh, now I got stuck to my thumb. All right. Get it back down there, get it off the thumb. Okay, I was going for that angle. I was. All right, you don't believe me. Okay, whatever. But any extra glue you can just roll off with your finger if you get it quick. Don't snooze. No snoozing. You just get in there and rub it. There you go. Okay. This side. Now look what a mayhem. This is because all these little I need to rebuild this. I need to make it better than it was. I'm going to make the bionic thing. Okay, let me get a sponge. Hold on. My chair is moving. Yes, I know. Where is the WD-40? Okay. I did want to try one of these. Okay, I'm going to try it. There are a few options. Hang on, I'm coming. I'll settle down. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm here. Yeah. All right, I had to go get something. All right, so let's say you don't have the fancy little sponges, which you can buy online, and I'll put a link for them if you want to. You'll get fresh ones. But this one, it's had its day. Ugh, it's just coming apart. I'm just going to try and peel it off here. I probably glued it with Fabrifix. That's usually what I do because I want it to have a good stick. See, that stuff's pretty strong. Okay, just put that away. Oh, messy. Okay, let me grab a baby wipe. Come in. These are absolutely dry. But I never quite get that seal back on there. All right, let's just see if we can deal with that. See, the ink is water soluble, so that makes it much easier to get off the fingers pretty quick. Okay, so now we have this lovely little surface. So I could get one of these spongies, the traditional spongy that goes on there. But I got these. You know these things, you stick them under furniture so your furniture doesn't make noise. I have a little one, which is a little too small for that. But I have a big one. I could cut it a little smaller. Let me see. It's going to be a disaster, but we'll try because I can't cut a circle for the life of me. Okay, we're trying. All right, let's try that. Is that better? That's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad for a rookie. All right, I think I am going to take this off. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I just think it's a little bit more dense. It's like a felt or something. And that's pretty sticky, but you know, you can always use a little extra stickeroo. So we're going to put some on. And there we go. It's all gooey. All right. Just how we like it. All right, there we go. And down. And there we have made one. This is just the empty spool. So grab an empty spool. Idea from Jessica Rapp. I'm so thankful for that idea, Jessica. You have no idea. It's these things in life that make all the difference. You know what I mean? Now we're off and rolling. We don't have to wait for anything. We can just go right back up a bit so we can see. Now we let that dry. Let that dry. And what was I doing again? I totally forgot. Oh, I was looking at the back of this, and then I had all that mess from the old one and decided to make the new one. So now I have this. What can I do with that? Well, okay, so that's there. Now, I could put her on this side. That's totally fine. Now you think you can't, but you can. You flip it over, but all that's going to show, and then you've got all that. Well, no, it's not really going to show because this is on one page and this is on the other page, so you really don't see the two. Okay? Yeah, I know, it's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and glue this. All right. Here we go again. Fabrifix. Don't sing. Da, 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 da. Nope, don't do it, Pam. Okay. All right. And we want to bring it to the top. Remember, that's the trick. Okay, so just push that on there. Now, if you did well, you should have two separate areas. Okay, just open it up, and that's where your page goes. So let's look at a page, an example on how this will. I think you're getting it. It's not really a hard concept. But if you want to make a pile of, look at this. Okay, so this is the one we just did. I just pushed it off as I grabbed it. Okay, there. So there's that side. There's that side. Going back in time. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we can put her there. Oh, it's just a nice soft rain. Okay, pretty, pretty. Oh, look, I got schmutz on her face. You know, yep, that's why. That's why. Oh, well, she had a rough day. What can I tell you? So this is how it goes. Let me see. See? You open it up, and on it goes. That's right. It's pretty simple to do. It's not hard, and they hold well, and you're off and running, and you have these. They're amazing. That's a super paper clip. Okay, see, it only looks like that on that side. And whoa, look how big it is there. But look how small it is there. So it doesn't matter that they're different sizes. Okay, that was the little note there. All right. Put you back over there. Okay. See what else we have over here. These are pretty little. These are very lovely. These fairies, not you though. No, I want a different one. Let me see, who else do I have over here? Oh, these are kind of cute too. Okay, so another thing you can do, this is from Pretty Journal Cards. Pretty Journal Cards, I think it was a Digikit. Okay, doing my best to remember them. I'm going to make a little booklet paper clip out of it. Yeah, all right, so fold it in half. We're going to make a little booklet. Get either super fingernail or bone folder, or just use your fingers, or a butter knife. Okay, you have a nice crease. And we're just going to fancy on this one because we're playing, and I like to play with you guys, and we make fun things. Okay, so to make it look more like a little booklet, we're going to round the corners with the Crocodile Corner Chomper of Chompers. Open up that little wing, get in there, chomp it, chomp it. Now we have little rounded corners, and we're all fancy pants, right? Isn't that pretty? That's so cute that way. And that way. And let's ink it in brown. This is, again, the Gathered Twigs Distress Ink by Tim Holtz and Ranger. And rub-a-dub-dub. This one's not as old. It's holding up a little better. And we could do anything we want on the inside of this. We could make lines. We could draw a picture. I think I'm going to... Oh, what else do we have here? Are you on? Are you the right side? Oh, you'll go well. Oh, I got an idea. Okay, I'm going to take one of these pretty little images, which is, I think, it's not called Flower Lovelies. It's Nabbit. I can't remember the name. That's terrible, isn't it? Okay, so I think this is dry now. Let's try it. Let's make it a black one, though. Black Silk Distress Ink. Going to have to get it started because it's been a while. Let me wet this a little bit just so we get things started a little faster. We'll be here for 100 years trying to get this going. Okay, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Is it? Oh, it's not dry yet. It's moving on me. Okay, so that means it's not dry yet. And it's not really picking up any ink. Hey, this could be a total waste of time. You'd think it sounds like a good idea, right? But you never know until you actually proof in the pudding. I could be here for 100 years trying to figure out. Let me see if I'm actually getting ink. Maybe I have more ink than I realize. Let me try and ink the inside of this and see what I get. Is there any payload here? Just a little. It is blackish. All right, let's do this. See if we actually get anything. Not a whole heck of a lot. Yes, there is a mark. There is some, but it doesn't seem to grab the way these True Spongy Sponge does. So I would say I would probably never reach for this. Maybe if I just wanted to do some basic edging, I don't know if I'd ever go here, honestly. Probably not. We'll let that thoroughly dry, and I'll try and get some more ink on there. There should be ink in here. I'll just push down more. How about that? Well, that's a little more. Maybe it needs to be roughed up. That's getting a little better. All right, well, we'll just put you aside, and we'll come and address you another day. We don't know where that went. All right, so now we have this, our little booklet. And so I think in here, yeah, this is what I was going to do. Maybe I'm going to put this guy here. And we're going to go default to the brown because it's working like a champ. There's no issues here. And I have some little schmutz on here, which happens when you're crafting. You know what I mean? You're like, oh man, look, I got this on it, and I got that on it. Look at me. So you just kind of go with it. Don't fight it. No. Maybe we'll hue this around the edges. We'll make it look really dirty, grungy. Let's go grungy, dirty. Yeah, let's make it look like somebody little was playing with it and it had like M&Ms. Yeah, that's, oh, it's really raining out there now. Yeah, it's crazy town out there right now. Okay, so I have that. Now I think that's not looking as much as I need it to, so I need to get more intensity. We're going to do some blue. Nobody's expecting blue. Let's do blue. I'm not getting anything on here. It's dry. Okay, so let's look for the blue. Here's blue. This is Broken China. I think it's the one I always grab. I have about 30 blues. I don't know how that. I don't have that many. I have like a bunch of blues over there. You think I grab any others? I think this one's almost dry too. So just wet you up a little bit. None of my inks want to play today. No? Yeah, a little bit. There, we got some going now. Okay, yeah, it's more blue now. Okay, it's waking up with the water. That means there is dye on the ink pad. And it's not totally empty. It's just dry. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we got some colorage going. So what I did want to show you was maybe you have makeup sponges in weird little shapes, and you can cut those to fit the top of your dauber. So if that other one doesn't work, we're gonna try this. I'm not done with it. No, I'm not letting it out of here until we get something, because I need a black dauber. Okay. All right. We just have to use a little more ingenuity. I do have those other sponges too, but I just want to see if we could do something else. Maybe not everybody has those others. Okay, so I'm just going to put, I guess I'm going to turn it into a belly band. Look at me go. Could have been a pocket, but today it's a belly band. Very easy to do. And I think instead of lines, like I draw lines often to have a space for people to write, but this time instead of lines, I'm going to use a stamp to denote the lines. And it's going to be a very tiny little stamp. Let me find one right in front. Oh, there's a small one. Let me get it. It's very small. Okay, here it is. That's it. It's like a little, I don't know, what is it? Can you see it? I can't even see it. Like leafies or something. But we're going to use this with the black. Oh no, maybe I'll use the blue, because I used the blue there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go hog wild here. We'll do something different. Okay. There's the line on the peg stamp. Okay. Okay, can you see that? Let me bring you in closer. It's not super intense, but it's present. And it does make a line. So a lot of different ways you can make a line. I've had a lot of people say, well, I don't have a line stamp. You can't do it. Yes, you can. You can just hand draw the line. Or you can rubber stamp a line. You could take a piece of 2x4 with just a little chunk of it, and with a rubber band on it, and you've got a line stamp. So that's an easy way to make a line stamp. Or you can just come along and do this for fun, because you want to do something different. You just want to blow their socks off. Yep, socks offs. Yeah. All right, here we go. Coming across. Yeah, it's very easy to do, very beginner friendly. And it's fun, you know, you're playing with what you got, because you're too lazy to go and look over in the drawers over there, so you just use with what is within arm's reach. That's right, like a true crafter. We don't move much. No, we don't. We're kind of stationary people most of the time. But it is good to move every once in a while. You got to stretch those crafter legs and the crafter back and that kind of stuff. And now we got some thunder going on. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's that's real thunder. It's not just for ambiance. Okay, we'll try and make a little floret or something at the top to make it look like it has a little focal point up here. It's not coming out as I had imagined, but that's often the way things go in life, right? Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we have that. Okay. I don't know what that is, but it's adorable. Okay, so now I can tuck something in here. Is that dried enough? The big thing is you want to let it dry before you put your special ephemera, if you're going to use that in there. Can't, oh, here it is. Because it'll get stuck and you'll be crying. And then you'll say, you didn't tell me. No, I'm telling you. This is where I'm telling you. Don't stick it in there until it's dry. Okay. Maybe this is a good place to put the negative. I think this would be a very good place. So you can tuck them in a little. I hope this fits. This is where we all say that. This is called the Crafter Prayer. All right. Oh, it fits. Yay. Glory be. There we go. It fit. And we have that. Now, we do have a little open space here. We could just leave it and allow the person to put something there. Or we could just muddle with their fun and put something there ourselves. But I think we're just going to leave that. But the whole idea was, I was going to turn this into a paper clip. Now, this is already decorated on the back, so it's okay. I'm going to still put this here. I'm going to fold it in half and hide the stuff. But since it's so darn pretty, I'm going to make this thinner. Yes, because I don't want to hide that much of this. I just want to maybe hide a little bit of it. Make it all squarish, straightish, just about as wide as the paper clip. I don't need all of it. Okay, so I can put that there. I can get my little paper clip in question. I'm using the jumbo ones. I think they're like 1 7/8 inches, something like that. And I'm putting the little one in front and the big one in back. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. Okay, and let me get some glue. So a paper clip doesn't necessarily have to be just a flat picture. It can also be a booklet. That's what I'm trying to show here. Nothing fancy, just you do have alternatives. And can you cover this side? Yes. Yes, yes you can. Okay, so put that there. All right. Now, if I wanted to put something on this side. Oh, it's just a lovely little baboomer outside right now. This is a pretty one. I need to do some trimming. I got some ink smudge. Let me come in here with the, where's the fancy scissors? Give me the fancy scissors. I need the fancy scissors, please. All right, that's good. All right, because the back won't really show anyway, so, because it's a paper clip, everybody. It's just, you don't have to see the back. You did see a back when we were making it. And if you want to see the back, don't make it a paper clip, okay? That's the way out of that. Yeah. And sometimes you never know till you're crafting. You're just crafting along and everything is fine, and then all of a sudden something happens, and you're not on the plan that you thought you were on. See, the storm is being very dramatic for me. That's like, yes, when things go, as Sunny would say, awry. You just keep going. That's right. And remember, it's only paper. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? That's pretty, right? So remember, only this will show. So I'm going to glue it to that. Now I want to be generous with the glue. I did not make one longer than the other. I broke my rule. Did anybody catch that? I know you did, didn't you? I heard you from here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to make one just a little shorter because it's just going to be easier to get them apart. Okay. I don't know, that's in my mind. Maybe that's not a real thing, but it feels like it is to me. Okay, so here we go. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Oh, I got a little glue on there. Don't get it on there. Okay. And a little more glue there. Oh, it could be a big boomer coming. We've got a big flash of light. Yep, there it is. Right on time. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, Sonny's freaking out big time right now. What was I going to stick on here? Oh, my pretty little picture. Where'd it go? Here it is. Thank you. Okay, just remember at the top. At the top. Okay. pushing down. Give it a, good second to grab. It's going to be fine. Just let it be. Okay, so now we have this. That opens up to that, and then we have this. So that will go in the book as such. Okay, come over here. Who put all this stuff in my way? I want to know who it was. Was it you? Can I blame somebody? Anybody? Oh, that's really pretty. That would look cute on there. Okay, so this one, once that grabs, which is still a little tacky, you open it up. Okay, that's where we're headed, right there, between the two papers. And you can just pop it right on there. And you might say, well, that's great, Pam. So we have that now. And then on the back, we have that, which is really cool. And if you wanted to put something under this, which you totally could, like, for example, here's an old advertisement. These are really cool. Lan Air Cell Cellular Blankets. Oh, remember those scratchy, itchy babies from way back when? Yeah, they're scratchy and itchy. Nobody misses you. Scratchy, itchy blankets. All right, let's take you off. Okay, how long are you? A little long. But it's kind of cute. It's on that side. True Bright Stainless Steel. Strip and wire. What is that for? Just anything stainless steel. Looks like medical equipment, a steering wheel, bicycle wheel. Oh, well, there you go. You never know when you need some stainless steel. You can buy it from them. I'm just going to fold this up so it'll fit. And then I can tuck this under here as if I was actually using a paper clip to hold something kind of cool in there. There we go. And there you go. So, all right. And let's see. Hold on a second. I got to go grab Snuffer. I was going to see if I can find him. He probably wants to be held with all the boomers. Hold on. Where is he? Oh, he's right here in his basket. Wait, I don't even have to put you on pause. Sunshine, do you want to do your pup date? Okay. Yes, you look like you want to be held right now. There is no... All right, come here. There is no attempts for an escape. There is nothing of the sort going on. Would you like to explain what is going on? Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine, Junior Cub Pup Reporter, and we have an active thunderstorm here at the paper outpost. It's a little disturbing. Can we just say it's a little unnerving and disturbing, and we're not too happy. Oh, nope, I could actually leave right now. I don't know where I'd go, but I could just run. Oh, there was a big flash of light. Did you see that? Oh, here comes something. Does Mom look nervous? I'm always looking at her to see if she looks nervous. If she doesn't look nervous, I'm not going to be nervous. Okay, that's a big fat lie. I might still be nervous, and then I need to be consoled. Yes, and I like being consoled. It feels very good. I get cuddled and snuggled and scratched, and sometimes I'm given treats. Oh boy, there's a lot of thunder. Well, my mother has strategically blocked my ears from hearing anything. Although I know what's going on. Don't think I don't know what's going on. I am so aware what's going on, but I don't care anymore because I'm cuddled. Yes, I'm being cuddled right now, and everything is fine. And I'm in Mom's arms, and everything is fine. And I can't hear the big boomers. No, I didn't hear that la 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 la. It's not going on. Okay, don't worry. It's not going to reach out and get you unless it reaches out and gets you. But it's very unlikely. I think that's too much glue for Sunshine, Mother. Can you move the glue bottle? Yes, that's a good idea. Put that over there. We don't want you inhaling glue. Okay, let me cover your ears again. All right. Oh, I'm looking very demure. Look at how demure I look with my ears down. I look like a Pekingese, for gosh sakes. Okay, so no, not anybody. Anyway, everything is fine other than the thunderstorm, which is not going to reach out and get anybody. So you can all rest. Yeah, and go back to crafting. All right. Love y'all. Talk soon. Sunshine with a southern accent. Maybe Missouri. All right, you can go back to sleep. Yeah, there you go. All right, so if you don't know, I have a free monthly emailed newsletter, which, yes, does include a freebie section at the bottom. You get a free digital image emailed to you every month, and then you get a checklist of supplies, 500 free supplies you can look for in your universe to help you make junk journals, and a page list of ideas on how to break a blank page, and a note from the bookmaker, which says a little about this journal, and it explains a little about the journal, what it is, how to use it. It's a little guide or an inspiration for somebody you might be giving the journal to. I tuck it into the beginning of my journal, sometimes on the front page, or clip it on this side, or tuck it into a pocket here. Just a fun thing for them to find along the way. So then I have my videos come out Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays, new audio material you can listen to on most podcast platforms. But if you want to watch video podcasts, which come out almost every day of the week, you can check those out on Spotify. And if you like shorts, I've been adding some short videos to YouTube, so you might catch those. If you have crafty questions for me related to paper crafting, junk journaling, life of a crafter, you can post them in YouTube, and I'm happy to answer them. I usually answer those during my podcast, and sometimes I go through your comments on air. And also, I have an Etsy shop. If you like journals and bundles and kits and fundles, you can check out what I have available in my Etsy shop. It's called the Paper Outpost Etsy shop. The easiest way to get to it is www.thepaperoutpost.com. I bought the domain, and it leads directly to my Etsy shop, and it's only my stuff when you use that domain. Very easy to find, but there are links down below if you want to just click on a link. And what else? I also sell Digikits, which are printable, downloadable images. So if you like different images, like different fairies or butterflies or dragonflies, or some of the ones that you've been seeing me use here, you can find those all in my Etsy shop. So sometimes I just cut up a bunch of these and I have a bunch to use and play with, and it's easy to make things. And if you don't like to print, I have a service called the Print and Mail Service, and I will print 10 Digikits for you. They're 5 pages each, and that gives you 50 printed pages on nice lightweight cardstock. And there's free priority mail shipping with those. All I need you to do is buy the print and mail option, and then I will, and then send me your list of 10 Digikit names. I only need the first 2 or 3 words, and just send that through Etsy message, and I will print those out and get those on their way to you. And I also have an Amazon shop. Oops, something else fell. It was a paper clip. It's all right. For favorite tools and supplies that I use. I have a merchandise shop if you like the phrase create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise. You can get that on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, zipped hoodie, mug tote, or a water bottle. And you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun doing weekly and monthly challenges over there, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.